We're sitting here with Jordan Worona.
Hey, man. How you
are
doing?
you?
Is that how you start all of them?
Why not?
Like
I
that?
don't know. They just kind of...
I don't know. Yeah. Well, actually, I want to talk about that because I was watching your channel today.
Oh, wow.
And the intro, are you
do you
still doing
think?
that intro?
The shorter one.
Yeah.
About 20 seconds.
I'd still cut it.
That's too long?
Yeah.
Why are we starting off with criticism?
I don't
right
know.
now?
I don't know.
I'd like to criticize you.
Yeah. Okay, go.
I don't know. You're kind of sweaty.
I am not sweaty at all.
No, I'll just play with you.
No, I'm just kidding. I think the channel's going great. It's going
I need
really
more
well.
subscribers, bro.
I know. I think that's what
Let's
we're going
go.
to do today.
What are we going to do?
We're going to do a telethon with everybody.
Are we?
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
5 hours.
5
today.
hours nonstop,
Mhm.
me and you. No
Yeah.
one will watch.
That's probably true.
That
we
is
won't
probably
get
true.
anybody. But I think that we can get your subscribers up.
I
It
like
has
it.
come a long way
It
since
does,
the
it
first
has.
time we sat down, like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, it was a long time.
It was a really long time ago.
TanaCon.
Tana.
That
It was
the
right
first-
before TanaCon.
I'll never forget that day because it was the day I met you.
Yeah, it was a
incredible.
very special day.
It's a very special
It was also the day that I met you.
which is even more special.
Yeah, it was really nice.
It was nice. It was
Yeah.
good times.
And then the Forbes, of course, article
Forbes helps.
came out, and that was really nice.
Of course.
So that was thank you.
Speaking of articles, Business Insider, we'll
Mhm.
insert article here.
Yeah.
You were the 5th most powerful manager in the world in digital. Is that pretty much the list?
I think it's I have no idea. I think it's
Okay.
something like that. That's not how I don't really care about like rankings.
Of course
you know?
do. Bullshit.
Of course I do. No, I do.
Yes.
I care because it's to have my name up there is cool. So people
Yeah.
know you and know where to go. But there's a lot of good people in this industry, and it's seriously there's a lot of
You're
smart people
smirking.
doing
No,
it.
there's terrible people in the
Yeah,
industry.
that's true. There are terrible
You're so
people
much
too.
better than
Yeah,
them.
that's true.
And,
yeah.
you're glad you're on top looking down on them.
Yeah,
Be real.
yeah. Okay, you're right.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So what makes Jordan Worona so good?
I think
Such
just
a
work
good
ethic.
manager.
I think just work ethic.
Mhm.
And it's a lot of getting along with the clients too, They all have every single person on YouTube has something that makes them popular,
Mhm.
whether it be their entertainment factor or their controversy or their ability to just create an audience of whatever it is, with slime or with being, an asshole.
Yeah.
And my job is to find out what that is that's
Mhm.
making them grow, what people are connecting with, and then to see if there's a business that we can build on that. And I think it's actually a lot easier than most people think.
How?
I think it's about making things in buckets,
Okay.
and I just say, okay, we have to hit these 3 buckets today.
Like, what do you mean?
Um,
Give me an example of Tana's buckets.
I'll give you an example. For her, let's think intellectual property, right?
Okay.
We have November, October, or October, November, December left of this year.
Okay.
And I know that, obviously everyone knows the sales part of the end of the year is really big.
Sure.
So her bucket would consist of seeing what we need to get on sale before the end of the year, right?
Okay.
And just making it that simple. How many products can we get out there, right?
Sell shit.
Yeah, and how many should we
Okay.
for each client too? Because there's oversaturation and stuff like that. Sometimes you don't, you make things that don't sell. So, her bucket would consist of, I'm going to do, these 3 things.
Okay.
Maybe I'll save them until they actually are released.
Yeah. Okay.
But, it's just, that's it. Every single day you keep going on those 3 things until they get done. And that's kind of how I do everything. It's just work ethic and putting things into buckets.
How do you find talent? Because I'm sure,
Yeah.
I know there's young YouTubers watching this, and my dream is even to be signed by you.
Wow.
That's everyone's dream.
Thank you.
Jordan. Yes.
Yeah, that's really nice to hear.
Yes. So what do you look for? How
Um,
does that girl in Michigan right now watching this get on your
yeah.
radar?
I mean, I think it's really hard at this point, to be honest.
Of
And
course.
it's tough because
But
it's
you're
so.
not scouting little channels, are you?
I'm not really. I
No.
mean, I did one this year,
Okay.
in the past year,
Who?
which Lila Gibney.
And you signed her?
Yeah, and that was Tana kind of making me and saying, you better do this now before somebody else does, and I kind of agreed. But at this point, it's about having that giant audience that I can help monetize.
Sure.
And the truth is, as much as everyone thinks that I have the ability to launch YouTubers and make people famous, I can help, of course, introduce, but the people who are creating the content and having the relationship with the audience, and choosing what to do with their career on the creative.
They have
Those
to
are
have
the
talent.
people. Yeah, and I don't do that part.
Sure.
And so the
You can't
reason,
teach that.
the reason my clients are successful is because of their content. Period. And there are some things that I can do to help, elevate that and connect. But to the person in Michigan watching, it's more so, create the content. And that's what I would say to every single person, who's trying to do it. It's about getting that content out there and being consistent, and then getting some level of, audience so that we can do something with it.
But when does it become, because everybody says the same thing. I always ask, because people's number one thing is, I want to become a YouTuber, I want to be a YouTuber. It's kids' number one dream. And I ask people, like, I sit down with, like, what's your advice for that kid? And it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Be original, create content.
Well, actually, I'm not even that, like, honest about it. Like, not even that mechanic. Like,
what do you mean?
I don't think you should be original. Like, I think you should follow the trends.
Oh, no shit.
If you want to be famous, like, do what the famous people are doing.
I guess what I'm asking is, like, when's
until
enough?
You're big enough to be original.
Like, when's enough? When do you say it ain't happening, Johnny?
I don't usually give up on people.
I'm not saying you, but when should they give up?
When do they give? I don't know.
Should they give up, or should they just keep doing it every week?
Well, unfortunately, I think there is a point where they do have to give up.
Sure.
There's, I guess, the entire YouTube life is like, you can see it, like, in their graph chart, like, of how many views they get, right?
Yeah.
And now that we're entering, like, the 12th and 13th year of it, we can kind of see the lifespan of an influencer. And sometimes it's much longer. And some people, there's going to be people who, break the rules all the time because they'll elevate to another platform or be amazing at something else or continue on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Trisha Paytas has been on YouTube for 11 or 12 years now.
She's in the news now.
She's in the news now.
Yes, she is. We can talk about that if you'd like to.
Sure.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, we start to see the lifespan.
Yeah.
And I think that, once it starts to taper off, really, that, there is a point where it just becomes too much of, trying, and maybe it's time to look for something else. But there's opportunities that when you have a large audience, there's ways to get that large audience, onto something else, to create a business. I mean, that's the goal for everyone.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm trying to do with every single one of my clients before they taper off. And hope for the taper to never happen.
Yeah, you talk about, like, lifespan of a YouTuber, and it is a short shelf life for some. Some it's longer. But you mentioned Trisha, right? Trisha's been at this for how long? 12 years?
Yeah, 12 years. Yeah.
Recently in the news for her transgender comments, which you could talk about or not. But my point is, she's constantly in the news, constantly in controversy, which is fucking great for views, great for business. Like, how much of that is...
Well, this one, I don't know if I would say this one is great for business.
No.
She's probably not on this. She has a lot of... we have distractions in the audience.
What do you got? Off camera,
I think it's just
Jenna
a sticker.
And Hunter are laughing at Jordan.
So I saw them trying to get my attention for a while,
Yeah.
and I thought they were just trying to make me laugh.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, finally. Thanks, guys. You're right.
We're going to leave this in. We're not that professional around here.
No, I really appreciate that. Good heads up, friends. So, yeah, I don't know if that one helps sales.
Sure. The trans community not happy.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing about her. She, and this goes back to the content thing. Everyone thinks that, I have something to do with the content, and sometimes we have creative, conversations, but I really don't do anything with that. And Trisha's been doing that since the first time she created a YouTube video. She doesn't edit them. She literally makes YouTube videos and puts them out there. And and that's just how she's done it. And that's why she's been so successful, because she hasn't had to worry about an editor and changing her content. It's just her. And that's why she's gotten into trouble, because she's very unfiltered.
Yeah.
And she'll continue to do that.
Well, which is kind of cool, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I interviewed her, and it was by far the most disliked video I've ever done. And I didn't realize it until she shared the video, and then everyone came on, and long story short, she was involved in some controversy that week with another YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
I like to have evergreen shit. I don't want to have a video that's good for a day and go. So I didn't even really talk about it much.
Yeah.
All these haters, you kissed her ass, you should have asked her about this, blah, 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 who cares?
Yeah.
But then when I thought about it, I go, how did they even find this fucking video? They must follow Trisha because she tweeted about it.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, trying to wrap my head around, why would I follow someone I hate? Haters follow her.
Yeah.
Just to hate.
Yeah.
What's up with that mentality? Like,
I mean, that's a huge part of the internet. It's a
really?
huge part. I think it's a huge part of why Donald Trump is president.
Yeah, true.
People
don't watch the
it's
show.
attention. Yeah, people want entertainment. They want attention. They want reaction, and immediately. And some of the controversial YouTubers will give you that immediately. We were talking about Aaron Carter before this.
I could spend all day.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's...
We're going to post this next week, so it's irrelevant.
I mean, honestly, I think it's like he's
awesome.
clearly having a psychiatric, meltdown. I mean,
do you know him? I mean, have you met the guy?
I've never met him.
What's Aaron Carter for? His brother's in the Backstreet Boys.
Mm-hmm. He had a couple.
Camera right now. I'm not even gonna look. She's probably.
Yeah, I mean, she loves.
To get on here
it's
and tell
crazy.
Us the whole
yeah,
story.
she has the whole thing in her head. I mean, like she's told it 30 times.
How does he even have money?
He was an artist when he was a kid, and they had a reality show for a little bit. Him and his family.
But you know how.
And I think he's an artist now too.
That money's spent.
Yeah, he. I mean, it's probably family money.
Okay, I
don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
But just the show.
I don't know. Just the show. Yeah, it's good.
He's back in the mix.
Yeah. I think that he should, I mean, I hope he has someone who's there for him, like one person at least.
Make sure your friends are okay.
Yeah, make sure your errands are okay too. That's real. I think that's actually the next, somebody write that down, put that on merch.
Make some hoodies.
But yeah, no, I think, it's probably at the end of the day, probably a sadder story than we're making it, which is tough, but it's fun to watch, I guess, the interviews.
How was the Adam 22 interview? I didn't see it. I saw he was on Logan.
It was one of the best
I was so jealous.
interviews it was really funny.
So jealous.
Like, it was just, some of the things that are said were just, I feel bad, but they were really good.
Did Adam just let him talk?
No, Adam was trying to rile him up, I think, a little bit. Yeah, he was fun. He was really fun with it. But I think he knows. Like, he knows that this, because Aaron tried to fight him at one point. He was like, I'm not going to fight you, Aaron. So I think everyone knows.
Yeah. Fight him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think he knows. But yeah, no, but that guy, I think the point of that was that the controversy that he's in is still getting a lot of attention, right? And his numbers might grow, and you would say, that's a huge influencer now, right? Look at all these views. But his fandom is not, hardcore fans, and they're not going to buy his products, and they're just watching him because they think it's, entertainment.
That is a great distinction, because it's like, I see this all the time on Twitter. You'll see, Chrissy Teigen will retweet somebody's tweet, and they have 5 followers.
Yeah.
And it'll get 10,000 likes or whatever, but they still have 5 followers.
Yep.
And I gotta go, that would be the worst feeling ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because on some level, you're like, holy shit, Chrissy Teigen did it. But at the end of the day, I'm still stuck with 5 asshole followers.
Well,
and that's all I got.
I think the first thing is, once you go viral, like on any platform, your chances of going viral again are like through the roof.
Oh, okay.
Like through the roof. It just works like that, because the algorithm and just the chances of you getting more followers based on that one tweet from other people too. So I think the attention is a good thing no matter what. But yeah,
but like Aaron's not building a business out of it. To your point, Trisha kind of knows there's an infrastructure.
She's really smart.
She's smart.
She's really smart.
I'm gonna sell hoodies. I'm gonna sell whatever the fuck I'm selling.
Yep.
And as long as I keep eyeballs on me.
Yeah.
Aaron.
That's what it is.
He's got a ton of eyeballs on him.
Yeah.
What's he selling? I don't know.
I don't know what he's selling. I don't know. I mean, that's the difference though too. He's not a social media guy. I mean, he's this guy who's having a little bit of a social media moment, but let's see what he does with it, Also, I mean, there's some people like Bad Baby. Like, who knew? Like, honestly.
I'd love to sit down with her.
She's awesome.
She's
cool.
legit on my workout mix. I have like 2 Bad Baby songs.
Honestly, I really do
I
too.
Can't even, you guys may laugh.
No, I mean, I was like, they know. I listen.
Yeah,
I listen a lot. She's great.
Yeah.
It's great music.
But who would have thought?
Not me. I was like, maybe she'll do YouTube. Maybe.
Yeah.
And I think her managers did that with her for a little while, but Atlantic was like, I think it was Atlantic was just like, like,
we gotta get
who
this
knew?
girl.
And yeah, her songs are awesome.
Yeah.
So that happens too.
What should Worona listen to? What is on your playlist?
I think it's a very honestly, a lot of my playlist is Tana's playlist on Spotify. We're trying to grow her Spotify playlist. You can put that in the link.
We'll put it right here.
Put it right there, yeah. I think it's almost at 50K, and we really want to get that up. But that's a lot of my music. It's a lot of different. I mean, sometimes hip hop,
is that really
indie.
Your music, or are you just promoting Tana's playlist?
No, seriously. I mean, we both added on there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's pretty much the best taste in music.
Tana is?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't know. It's very eclectic.
What is up with, like, I've got a playlist that has 5,000 followers, and I get all these emails that say, like, hey, can I contribute? And get songs on it. I just
for money.
Them. I don't know. I don't even read them. I'm like, I don't have time to listen to some shitty band.
Yeah, I mean, it's the new way of promotion for a lot of people. Well, there is a lot of money now.
So if Tana hits 100,000, like, what's the goal with Spotify?
Yeah, I mean, they'll put music on there that's monetizable.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, record labels will pay, for specific song placements in there, and sometimes you can go through a third party to get the record labels to give you songs that they'll make monetizable on your playlist.
Is there decent money in it?
There can be, yeah.
So now you can, it used to be illegal on radio to pay for play, but now you can do it on the streaming.
You can pay for your play on playlist from influencers, yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Lele Pons, look, she was promoting one.
Mm-hmm.
Emma Chamberlain has one.
Yep.
A lot of these people have Spotify.
Yeah. It's working. A little bit, yeah.
Where's the money being made right now? Is it still YouTube and Instagram?
I think so, yeah.
What's up with TikTok? What's up with these TikTok?
TikTok is really interesting to me because it's still working. Like, I was literally looking at it today before we came. I was watching one of my clients,
TikTok? Are you a TikToker?
No, although I have made one or two with a few friends.
Okay.
Not like my friends, like my client friends who are like much younger. But the point is that TikTok is crushing. You?
No?
No.
It's private?
It's I don't have, like, I haven't put them on mine.
Oh, okay.
Like, I might be in some.
Okay.
But, like, I'm not making my own TikToks.
Okay.
I mean, privately, maybe.
What does it feel like being a star now?
I'm not a star.
You are on a reality show.
Mm-hmm, true.
People know who you are.
Yeah.
You're Jordan. You're Tana's manager. You're in the mix. You walked her down the aisle for her wedding. So I'm sure you have, like, young girls coming up to you like, holy shit.
Yeah.
If you're at the Grove or something, like, what's that like now? You're a behind the scenes.
I mean, they're not running up to me, but a few times. But it's weird, I guess, a little bit. I mean, I really don't see myself as talent, though. It's really, I'm the manager and everything else is just surrounding. So usually it's, I just handle it, like, quickly and I'm like, all right.
But when you were working, we're at Studio 71 now, when you worked here, people weren't running up to you and, hey, Jordan.
I mean, a little bit.
Were they? Has that always happened in your life?
I think like when I came out of the womb, people were just like, "Damn, what's up?" No, I guess it's a little bit more now, but it's not that much. It's not that crazy. Cool? It's a lot on social media. Like that's really fun for people to like know how to reach out to me.
Yeah.
I like that. So now I know it's a great place to actually get more business now.
What's your most common DM? Can you sign me? Can you look at my YouTube channel?
Mm-hmm.
How annoying is that? How about this? Do you respond to any of them?
Yeah, sometimes.
Do you really?
A few.
You actually will look at somebody's YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah, I have before. A few of them. I mean, it's a lot, so I really don't have time to look at all of them, but I try to look at almost every message like I get.
Do you really?
It's a lot. Emails are tough. I mean, I have a couple people go through emails for me, and then they'll put them into folders, and I'll say, okay, these are the ones I want to read. But if there are intriguing ones in there, yeah, sure, I'll check it out.
Oh wow.
I like to know everything too. Like if someone's actually about to pop, like I should know about it. So yeah.
How are you always on the lookout for new creators? Like how do you at this point, because you're big, like do you have to rely on people younger and smart?
I think
like Tana recommend somebody.
Tana's really good. I mean, Tana's the best at it. Tana's really good at finding talent or new people who are about to pop. But I think that's always been one of my favorite parts about the industry is finding people who are about to pop. Mm-hmm. I do it like naturally, like with everything. I do it with music.
Okay.
I think that's how it started. I mean, that really is like the playlist that I was talking about. I think it's called Listen to This Shit, by the way. So
Jordan, we're gonna have it up here.
Are we allowed to swear on here?
Of course. You don't have to mention it. I swear to God, I'll promote it.
Well, no, I'm just making sure.
Yes.
But yeah,
yes, we're aware of Tana's playlist.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it started with music and finding really cool stuff like that, and then it went on to YouTube and finding some musicians there, and then eventually finding people who were funny or whatever on YouTube that I thought could have an audience. So sometimes it still happens.
So take us back. Take us back to the early days.
Yeah.
You went to college in Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
PR major?
I was a journalism major.
Oh, journalism major.
Yeah.
What was the goal then? Do you want to write? Do you want to be on TV?
I wanted to be on SportsCenter. Yeah.
That is the dream. You've got the personality for that.
I could do it right now.
No, seriously. You got
Somebody sign me up. I will go right now.
Humor.
Yeah.
Go
back, gone. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Could have done it.
Up.
I know. I actually did it. I mean, in college, I had 2 radio shows.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm. Like on the air.
Okay.
And then
music or were you like talk shows?
They were sports talk shows.
No shit.
Yeah. And then I had one out here too. Like when I first came to LA.
On what station?
It was LA Talk Radio on I don't know what it was. But either way, yeah, I did it for like 6 months and then I realized that it just wasn't making any money and no one cared. But yeah, no, that's what it was. I wanted to be the guy talking about sports.
Who were your guys like growing up? Just SportsCenter guys? Who did you look up to?
Yeah. Kenny Mayne.
Oh, yeah.
Stuart Scott.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Scott Van Pelt, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There were so many.
Yeah.
I loved them.
So that was why you went to school. Did you go to U of I? University of Indiana?
IU.
IU?
Yeah. Close enough.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Same letters.
But like, don't mess it up again.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Right, sorry. Shout out to Bobby Knight.
Yeah, no. I'm not, like, I wasn't into that.
You're in Indiana, you're not into basketball?
No, I was into basketball.
Oh,
but just the Bobby Knight fandom was like, was he there when love you were him. No, I missed that. He was gone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But he was, I mean, he's a god there.
It's deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good. But in college, that was, I had no idea that this is where I wanted to go.
So you graduate, so were you into YouTube? YouTube was the thing at the time, right?
Yeah, no, YouTube was the thing. I was really into movie scripts. That's why I first came out here.
You wanted to get in the movie
business? I actually didn't really know. I mean, after I missed my chance on SportsCenter by just that much.
Did you audition?
No.
Oh, okay.
I should have. But no, I thought the next step was to sell movie scripts and get into movies, the movie business, because that's what I, take journalism and reading the scripts and just, move it into that. So that's what I tried to do. I tried to become a movie agent or a scripted agent.
Did you get a job at an agency?
Yeah, I started in APA in the mailroom.
Okay. That's a thing. That really is a thing. You work in an agency and you work in the mailroom. Is that how everyone starts?
Yeah, it was brutal. Seriously, it
And you're really delivering mail to the offices and stuff?
Yeah, you get there like 5 a.m., 6 a.m., deliver mail. Honestly, it's tough. It was tough. So I went APA mailroom and then finally got onto a desk. Actually, it was only a month, but
just killed it.
Finally. I got onto a desk and then it means you become an assistant for somebody.
Okay.
So I became a business affairs assistant. Then I was a comedy assistant for a couple months. And then finally I got onto a scripted desk. Like I was an assistant for an agent who represented writers.
So you were reading scripts?
Yeah, like 10 a week. It was crazy.
That was the dream.
No.
I thought
it was.
Yeah, you thought it was.
But it wasn't.
It's not as sexy as you thought it would be?
Not being an assistant for a lit agent, it's tough. I mean, it can be fun, but it's just a lot of reading and a lot of work, a lot of scheduling. And it wasn't really my passion either at that point. Like I just wasn't into it.
What was your passion?
I don't know. Basketball? I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I didn't know. I hadn't discovered like managing YouTubers.
Yeah. Well, how do you get to that step? So you're stuck in some job reading scripts.
Yeah. Well, so then I went to a different talent agency. I went to Paradigm because my boss left.
Okay.
And I went with him, became in the junior agent program, and could have stayed there to become an agent.
I could see you being an agent.
Yeah, I could have done it. Firms, yeah. Ari Gold, of course.
Absolutely.
I could have been him.
Yeah.
So I went there and I kind of, it was the same thing. It was a lot of work, a lot of reading. It was tough. And my friend who I'd worked with at the previous job just started this company called Full Screen, where they were signing YouTubers. And he was like, why don't you just become a manager now? So I went there, and that's how I got into the YouTube world.
Did you know anything? Did you know what YouTubers were?
No, I knew Shane Dawson and Kurt Hugo Schneider, who was like a singer, and Sam Shui and like people in or Brittany Louise Taylor, but very early and minimal.
So you got in early.
Yeah. It was like 2012 or 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what made you jump from, I'm going to go start my own deal?
I think it was, I just have to do things myself sometimes. Mm-hmm. And I would get frustrated, waiting for people and answers and going through protocol. Yeah. And there was just so much I was trying to do with all my clients, and it's about, building properties and really trying to actually help them and get as much money as possible for their careers. And I think it was a me issue. Like it was, I was like, God, I want to go faster.
You were the problem.
Yeah, I was the problem. And I kind of just broke, and I was like, all right, I'm going to figure this out, take a second and see if I can do this myself.
So you quit. Did you have a client lined up, or did you have a plan?
Nope.
Like, I'm going to start with Tana.
Nope.
I had Trisha in the bag.
I had no plan. No, I hadn't even talked to Trisha about it yet. It was right after TanaCon, actually. It was like...
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, it was like a week after, I think.
So you were manager at Studio 71?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then like a week after, I was just like, wow, this is crazy. Like there's so much happening right now, and I need to focus on this. And if I go, back into the office, it's going to be, office stuff and great stuff we were working on. But I really I knew I had to, take this path.
So was it scary at first to go, hey, I've got health insurance, I've got a 9-to-5, I've got benefits, I've got the whole thing, to, I don't have a paycheck coming in.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I got to hustle to go get a brand deal and to get clients, so I can get brand deals.
It was like hitting the ground running. I mean, I remember that first exactly. I mean, those thoughts of like not having a paycheck or health insurance. But then I do that thing with like the buckets.
Yeah.
I'm like the same kind of thing. Like I just write them out. I'm like, all right, health insurance, like get a lawyer, get this stuff, right? And then just check them all off the box. But it was, I mean, it was really scary, but I try to, like that kind of stuff, just no emotions, just handle it.
Okay. Is that how well, I was going to ask you too, because you joke around a ton. Jen and Hunter are playing on their phones right now, but they'll vouch for you that you joke around constantly before you're joking around in business. We've done a brand deal together for Tana.
Yeah.
You're constantly joking around and stuff. Like, do you get stressed?
Yeah.
Or do you like worry about it? It seems like you're just like, oh, whatever, it happens.
Yeah, no, I'm like constantly stressed.
But you don't seem like it. Do you just not?
It's just for you. It's just for you.
Oh, I appreciate that.
No,
I mean, do you freak out to certain people, or do you try to keep it?
I don't even know. I feel like I'll freak out in public.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think that I judge people based on how they react to severe situations.
Okay.
I think it's because my parents were very neurotic at times. So I'll be like, if something crazy is happening, I'll just be like, okay, take that in, how to handle it, right? So it's just so many things. Like I'm working on literally like 1,000 projects at once. And it's not, not just Tana and Trisha. I mean, there's clients that I represent who I'll spend just as much time with because I give them my word, whether they have, 30,000 subs or, 30 million. I wish they had 30 million. But, it's a lot of time. So I have to have, little emotion and little reaction so I can handle every single thing, I think.
Is it also like you've been through so much? I mean, take Tana, for example, or Trisha.
Yeah.
Like so much shit happens every day that you almost become like desensitized, like, all right, we've been through this before, we'll figure this shit out.
Yeah, like, it's crazy. I mean, I'll have people who call me like all the time and they're, this is happening. And like my reaction is just like, what? Like what happened? Like, okay, cool. That same thing happened last year. I know exactly what we're doing.
Is most of the job talking them down off the ledge? Like, because you have emotional clients, you can't be emotional yourself, right?
Exactly. I mean, I think, a lot of the job is, it is. It's not necessarily talking off the ledge, but it's therapeutic stuff. Okay. And I have to do it for myself too. I mean, everyone is dealing with so much, and this whole world of the internet and social media has created a ton of mental health issues too, and it's a giant aspect. Okay. Yeah, and that's the interview before. It's literally why we're working on that so hard. But it's true. I mean, I think a lot of my clients too, regardless of what content they're doing or what genre.
What's the biggest issue you see with your
depression?
Depression, no kidding. From what? From like not getting enough likes, not getting views? Like
sometimes. I mean, I think there's so much that goes into it. It's first off, you start thinking about your self-worth based on likes and views. As soon as that goes down, you immediately equate that to your happiness. It's immediately of what's next. I just did this. I have to do the next thing or else I'm going to tank after. It's not having a schedule. No one wakes up at a specific time or goes to anything. It's not having, that routine in the schedule too. But it's tough, man. I think that seriously, a lot of people think these kids are making a lot of money and they're having the time of their lives, which is in many cases the truth. But they're also dealing with a ton of mental health issues. Yeah. So that's a large part of my job.
Well, Jordan, we've got a game I want to play. We're getting very serious. We're talking about the business. We're talking about the career of Jordan Worona, how you got to where you are now. Jen helped me with this game a little bit. We're going to play a game called Guess Your Client.
Oh, I'll crush this.
How well do you know your client?
Really well. I'll crush this.
We're about to find out.
How many are there?
There's 3.
Oh.
Sarah, Tana, or Amari.
Okay. I'll crush this.
You got this? You're feeling pretty confident.
No problem.
All right. Who was born without a butt crack?
Well, it's definitely not Amari. I've seen his butt crack.
Now,
so Sarah or who?
Tana.
Sarah or Tana? Damn, Sarah.
You're right. You're pretty good. You don't seem worried.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm sad that I knew the answer so well, but not because it's just because Amari is just constant. I mean, his ass is just constantly out.
Okay.
And then Tana, obviously, too,
Yeah, you would have seen this.
So, yeah.
Who was the spelling bee champ over 5 times?
Tana.
Correct.
Make one up on the spot.
Who
that doesn't
was
count.
almost named Peekaboo Rainbow?
Ooh. I mean, that sounds like a Sarah thing. I go Sarah.
You're right.
Yeah. Her name should have been Peekaboo Rainbow.
Would that be good for her career?
Hell yeah.
Who skipped
We're
the first grade?
Well, I don't think Tana went to any of the grades, so. But I feel like I would have known that about Omari or Sarah.
It's one of
them. I'll go Omari.
Damn, you're fucking good.
Yeah.
You're crushing this.
Yeah.
Who lived on a military base as a kid?
Well, Tana and Omari are from Vegas, and Sarah is from Portland, I thought originally. I don't think there's a military base there.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm going to say Sarah, but I don't remember that.
Tana.
Oh, well, I mean, her dad was in Vietnam, but I don't think that's true.
It could be. You think that's fake news?
Yeah, there's no way that's true.
I don't know.
I think I would have known that.
We have to reach out to Tana.
Yeah, she's lying.
We'll see.
Maybe the war zone of Las Vegas.
You think so?
Maybe is what she's talking
Streets
about.
of Vegas.
Yeah, it's a war zone. It's a military zone out there.
Yes.
It's crazy.
What
Never
else?
going again. Well, what else
What else do you want to talk about? What else are you promoting?
Well, just your channel really is what I wanted to talk about.
I'm here. Do we want to do this off camera? Are people really that interested in Tom Ward's little channel?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they are.
Let's talk.
Because I went through it today, and you have some videos that have popped.
I have.
And they've been really good, and you're a great interviewer.
Yeah, thank you. But you're saying that on camera. Who knows what you say on the ride home?
That's true.
It's very true.
That's true. I'll say whatever you want.
So let's leave it at that.
Yeah. All right.
Appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
I appreciate you.
Yes. Love what you're doing.
Yeah, we'll talk about your channel offline.
We'll talk offline.
This has been really fun. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, brother.
Bye, guys.
Follow Jordan.